Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Jimmy.
It's Casey.
We were coming here tonight just to kind of talk and catch up with y'all guys.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna talk about some things, and we got some changes coming up. We want to know y'all be aware of. And
Absolutely.
it's been a while since we've been live, and I know me and Casey kind of talked. Steven's got some issues going on internally, and just want y'all to know we love each and every one of y'all, and it's
Thank
been
God.
this show's been on the air for about 3 years, and it's been a lot of fun. And I want to say I appreciate it. You got anything to say, Mr. Casey?
No, it's been a wild ride. I cannot believe it's been 3 years. Uh,
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And I I always
hey,
told myself, what's up, Mister Jason? I always told myself if I didn't have any fun anymore, I wouldn't do this anymore. And here lately, it just my life has changed quite a bit, and I'm working all the time, and I'm just not having fun anymore. And The Walking Dead was a big part of my life, without a doubt. Um,
yeah, man.
and I know with Casey it was too. And with the show going off, I didn't have the same bond with the other shows. How about you, Casey?
Oh, absolutely. For me, when the main show ended, um, yeah, it pretty much ended it for me. I've tried to watch some of the spin-offs, and I actually like the Daryl Dixon show. Um, but yeah, I never watched much of Fear. I couldn't do World Beyond. So yeah, I'd agree with that. Pretty much when season 11 ended, it kind of ended it for me. I haven't been to the Sonoy since our viewing party. You know.
Yeah, I was there the other day, but
Well, you know,
yeah, it's kind of home to me, and
4 hours for me.
yeah, and the thing about it is like I was saying, you know, we're thinking about rebranding and going another direction. Um, so we probably won't be the Dead Truth anymore. Um, the
And that's
logos
the
on the
truth.
side's going to change. Um, but I want to tell y'all, thank y'all. It's been a wild ride, and I really appreciate it. I don't know how to, thank you enough. For like the guys that was there from day one with me. When
Hmm.
I was terrible at this, when I was scared to get on every day. I have not done tours for about um, 3 months now. I've left that. Um, I might do some next summer, but I'll be honest with you. I don't want to do another winter in the cold and the rain. And I've been doing it for 10 years.
Yeah, it's a long
Um,
time.
yeah, and I'm over 40 something years old now. I just don't want to be in the cold anymore. My body's built different. I got cerebral palsy, so it ain't like a normal person being out there. I feel like the weather weighs on me a lot, and
Hmm.
I did it for y'all. I never done this job for me. I never toured for anybody else. I've seen all that stuff a million times, and I rather enjoyed seeing it through the fans' eyes. And I didn't do it for the pay, that's for sure. But I did it because I enjoyed y'all and everything that I've ever did in this fan base is because I felt like I owed y'all something, and because of different experience I got to do. And with that, I tried to make y'all part of this with me. That's why I felt like I owed y'all something. Um, but through all these years, I just, you know, I can't do it like I used to. I just can't. I gave myself out. So when you give yourself um, so much to people, you forget who you are a little bit, and
Hmm.
that's where I'm at.
hear you, man.
Yeah.
I know it's hard for people, but that's the end of the day, you know what I mean? And,
Kind of. Can you hear me, Casey? Because you were kind of fade out a little bit.
you hear me?
Yeah, you just need to get closer to your mic. I'm sorry.
Gotcha. No, no worries, man. Um, but no, dude, I can attest to your faithfulness to the fans. You know, I've got to see you do your thing, and just having known you these over these 10 years. Um, I've gotten to know you outside the show, and
Yeah.
I can definitely attest to your commitment, your passion
Yeah.
for the fans. I got to see you do tours. And yes, I know you weren't in it for the money. I mean, like I said, I know all the things behind the scenes, and so
Yeah.
appreciate you, bud. And I will say, if it wasn't for this crazy little show, we would have never met, man. So I'm
Yeah.
glad. I'm glad it caused us to cross paths.
Yeah, and like I said, Casey, you're like one of my dear friends. I know a lot of people in the comment. I know all y'all, and y'all are dear friends of mine too. And
Yeah.
I started this show, and I didn't think it'll last no time. I started this show because it was during COVID, and everybody was asking me to do something, and I'm like, let's just start a show. And Kevin got me on board with it,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it's. I think as of right now, I think I'm done. I think I'm fully done, and it took me a little while to accept that. And
Oh, absolutely, Jason. We'll get together.
oh yeah, yeah. And anytime y'all are in town, let me know if I can make it. I will. But
Hey, Linda.
what's up, Linda? And I want you to know, Linda, we love you.
Yes, you've been
Through
a
all your
huge
support
supporter
with
of
your
us.
group. Yeah, I want you to know we love you. And Steven don't know I'm doing this tonight, so don't let him. He gonna kill me. But it's just. I think, like I said, I think as of me, I'm done, and I think we're going to run the show a little different. I think we're going to do some pop culture things,
Yeah.
but it's going to be another show. You know, it's going to be another show entirely. It's not going to be. It's going to show the Rick Show, yes, but it's not going to be dedicated to just The Walking Dead.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, Adam. What's up?
What's up, Mr. Adam? But yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to say tonight, guys. If got any questions for us, I want you to tell you I love you. Casey, if you want to say some stuff, you're more than welcome to.
Nah, man. I think it's a good time to wrap it up. I think the timing's just right. For us, the main show is what it was all about.
Yeah,
So with it ending, this would be a good farewell time to end. The Dead Truth. I appreciate you giving me a chance to be on the show. When you started it, it was just you. So,
yeah,
thanks for giving me the call, and I was more than happy. I didn't even hesitate.
yeah,
When you called me, man. So,
yeah. I appreciate you doing it too.
oh,
And
absolutely.
uh, Casey, you got a red room in there.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is my. I know this is a picture behind me, but this is actually what Carrie's made. It's that beautiful
It's
tree. Carrie did that. It's
beautiful.
beautiful.
I love
And
it.
of course, I got my Walking Dead stuff on this side of the room, but this is actually my back room back there, and I had to share it with you because she did a great job.
Yeah, man.
But like I said, I love each and every one of y'all, and I wish that I could express that more, but I only got a limited amount of time, and
Yeah.
if
Well, I
y'all
know
don't,
I know your work's changing. Your life has just changed for the
yeah,
better. I mind you.
yeah, oh yeah, way
And coincidentally, my work has just gotten real crazy. Um, and then church has gotten real. I also work part time at my church, so I'm really involved with that. And just the timing, with the holidays and Christmas, I've definitely been busy. In fact, that's why I was late, Jimmy. I was at the church, doing a program there.
I,
So
I love you doing that because this there's only a little bit of time to spend with a hellion like
right.
this. So there you go.
Oh man, it's all good.
But I really
Uh,
appreciate you, and I'm glad there's other podcasts, The Walking Dead. I really think y'all
yes,
guys
yes,
support. The everybody else. You got Squawky and a couple other ones, but support
yeah.
those guys, and support
Totally.
it as far as the other ventures go, because we're going to get in some other movies. There's some stuff that came out. I'm a big fan of
I
the
love movies. I
yeah,
love
I'm a big fan of
TV.
movies. So
I've moved on to my collection here. I collect, got back into toy collecting. So, I'm having a good old time with that. Um,
yeah,
Star Wars is always that's always my jam. So yeah, I think you're right. I think pop culture in general would be something that, we could kind of keep going, and, that'll never come to an end, right? That not like
no,
a specific show will.
yeah. My whole thing is I just don't know what to say anymore. I mean, I've done told this show to death. I used to do it at work, and it's like
10 years is a long time, man.
yeah, if anybody asks me questions, yeah, I am an encyclopedia, but it took me a lot of talking to get there.
Yep,
So
yep. And Tony Turner has a cool comment. It says, "If it wasn't for you, you wouldn't have had the greatest experience of his life with The Walking Dead." So
you know,
that's awesome, and that's a perfect testament to you,
means
Jimmy.
means a lot to me, man.
Yeah,
And
man.
I'm gonna tell that story. So I'm over there.
Okay.
This is when Judith died. Okay.
Hmm.
So you ever see that picture where Judith and everybody's running down the road with Daryl had Judith in his hands. That got spoke because of Tony over there. Keep
Oh,
in
he's the
mind,
one that took the picture.
yes, and keep in mind that the
Oh, that's an
studio,
awesome picture, Tony.
yeah, the studio actually got on to Tony Ford. They actually called him out. So me seeing him taking these pictures and him and his wife, and I'm really secretive of what I do usually, but he was a pretty cool guy that day. So I'm like, hey, if you want to meet people, this ain't the place to do it. And he's like, well, they're right here. I'm like, yeah, but they're not going to be here. So you want to come? You want to meet them? Come this way. And I was going to ask this other lady that was there with us to come too, because I wanted to be fair, because she was hanging out with us and she just disappeared. So Tony followed me all the way to the big stop, or whatever it's called, and over there next side of the Napa and Griffin. And we met Norman Reedus. We met
Nice.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan that night, Seth Gillian, hell, just about the whole cast except the women. So after
Test
that,
1 2.
yeah, after that, he just kind of stuck beside me, ain't left since, kind of like old Dustin.
That's awesome, man. Yeah,
But
I had my own little personal experience with you when you invited me up for one of those rap parties. Uh, I remember freezing my butt off, but it was so worth it. I drove 4 hours, went straight there, and met you up there, and that's where I first got to meet Cooper Andrews and a lot of that cast at the time. And yeah, man, it was just awesome.
I remember that night you were sitting over there, and you're like, I don't care if I meet Andy, as long as I can meet Cooper. And
That's right. That's
I
right.
remember you were cheesing, smiling with Nick Side Cooper. I'm like, well, that made my night worth it right there.
Yeah, man.
Kind of cool.
Yep,
And
it was
but yeah,
fun.
there was many, many, many times. I remember a girl was in Griffin one time, and she was a teenager, and Griffin didn't like it too much if he broke in line or whatever. So what I did was I kind of sit in line, but Andy missed me and her. Well, I usually let Andy go by, but this little girl, she dropped her little. She had a stand up of Andy. She dropped her stand up and started crying. And I grabbed her little ass. Said, "That ain't over with yet." I grabbed her by the arm, towed her around, and threw her in front of Andy, and he kind of took care of her.
That's cool.
And he hooked her up.
That's real cool.
But yeah, he hooked her up, and I remember her hugging my neck and stuff, saying, "I really appreciate that." And she was crying and stuff. And I never thought about, per se. I never thought about, myself in a lot of those situations. A lot of those autographs I gave away.
Hmm. Hmm. You gave me one.
Yeah, I just, I don't know. I just always felt, like it was part of me giving back, and I appreciate it. I have not seen Oscar, by the way. It's been a minute. I
Yeah,
do know
same. I
he,
don't I don't live in the area, so yeah, Dylan. I don't get up there too much.
but I do know he's got a cameo. So if you want to do a cameo with Oscar, I think
Oh, does he really?
he got a cameo now. You can get that,
Nice.
so you can actually talk to Oscar through cameo.
That's cool.
But yeah, just a little shout out to little Oscar Rodriguez.
Hey
But
Jennifer, how you doing?
Yeah, what's going on, Jennifer? All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this thing up. I gotta go get my son from work. But if you just joining us, this is my last time signing out. We are gonna put this one in the books. The Dead Truth is over with. We love you guys, and farewell for the last time. Love you.
Yes, thank y'all so much. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Have a good night, guys.
Have a good night.